After you've published your book is when the real work starts, because that's when marketing your book kicks in. I shared in a video that I posted yesterday that Christian Faith Publishing kicked off my marketing campaign for me, which was great. But once that campaign was over, I had to figure out what to do on my own. Now, I've mentioned before that the book has been involved in several book fairs, both nationally and internationally. And that is great because not only does it put your book in front of book buyers, just your customer, it puts it in front of book buyers for libraries and schools, along with traditional publishing houses. So it really gets your book out there on big stages, which is awesome. However, Wyoming is a small state, so I had to do something at a local level, and that's where I started. I started by going to our two local bookstores at the time, Wind City Books and Cascade Coffee Shop. Wind City Books was kind enough to allow me to have my very first book signing there, which was great, and they stock my book all the time. They also give me feedback from a bookstore owner perspective, which is invaluable, honestly. They tell me if my book has been moving really well. They encourage me to keep going and put more books out. It's just been a great relationship with them. Cascade Coffee Shop was a little bit different, because they bought books straight from me. They weren't ordering from Ingram Sparks like Wind City Books was. So I was taking books that I had bought from the publisher and then reselling them at cost back to Cascade Coffee Shop. That was also a great relationship because they were a Christian bookstore. So they had a little bit different customer base than Wind City Books had. They also allowed me to sign and personalize copies easier so that they were the only place in town where you could get a signed copy of my book. I also started traveling the state. This is Lilo. She's my assistant. I started traveling the state and going to other bookstores and talking to the bookstore owners or to the employees who were there that day. They almost always asked me for a query letter. The query letter is just an easy thing that you can leave with them that gives them all of the information about your book, so they don't have any guesswork. So if you don't have these, I highly recommend that you get them. It also gave me a chance to shake their hand and for them to put a face to the name. This worked out in more ways than one because as I posted on social media my journey of traveling across the state and talking to bookstores, people would tell me that if I had a book signing in their town, they would love to come, or they had this store in their town that carried books and I should go there and talk to them. So not only was I making connections personally, I was also making more connections because people were willing to share with me what was going on in their towns and I got more ideas. I also took the query letter and I mailed them out to all of the surrounding states. So Nebraska, Colorado, and Wyoming if I wasn't able to hit them. Also some places in Idaho. I mailed out query letters to with a personalized letter. And that just kind of gave that personal touch without having to travel to all of these different places. Here's the thing with doing face-to-face interactions, query letters, and really putting yourself out there. If you don't ask, the answer is always going to be no. These bookstore owners were mostly more than willing to work with me and actually excited to meet a local author and let me know about upcoming events they had. They put me on mailing lists and things, so it worked out for me and it worked out for them. So I encourage you to reach out on a local level. Another positive thing that came out of making these connections was that since I was there, they would post on their social media or on their websites that I had been there, that they had met me, and oh, by the way, here's her book and here's the details of her book. So it really worked out because the book was pushed out there through a lot of avenues and it started just by going small. But marketing is a daunting task, but it does make a difference. Your small things add up to big things. Put personalized touches on it and just keep going. Keep working hard at it. Until I talk to you guys next time, have a very beautiful day.